I just watched The Materialist for the first time. I was a little aware of the discussion around this movie, but I tried my best to not let it affect how I viewed the movie. I think the first thing that really caught me off guard was that this is definitely not a rom com like they made it out to be. It's a romance drama movie, but it's definitely not a rom com. I'm not sure why it was marketed like that, but I guess it is what it is. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this movie. I do think this movie brings up a lot of interesting points about how we live in a materialistic society now and how some people have way too much expectations for the people they want to be with, and then they end up having self-esteem issues because they cannot get someone who is the perfect person that they want, someone who checks off all the boxes that they want. And how sometimes even when you meet the kind of perfect person that you think you want, it doesn't really work out unless there is some kind of love between the two of them. And I think that's what Harry ultimately represented. I think that's what Lucy is also generally struggling with in this movie. She's struggling to find a balance between whether she was wrong to throw love away for materialistic problems, and she tries to solve that problem by trying to be with a man she thinks could be perfect before coming to the realization that love doesn't really work that way. I don't think she's not wrong for wanting financial stability, but I'm not sure the movie really executed that part well. I think John is where a lot of the problems I had with this movie occur. I think he works as the ex, but I wish he could have shown some semblance of character development between those years they were apart. Having him come back and only deliver promises as they get back together felt a little like Lucy repeating the same struggles. I feel like the movie would have worked better if he had done all those things he was saying at the end before the start of the movie, so that he may still be struggling, but it's not as bad as before. I'm someone who's a huge sucker for the whole love triumphs over everything, and that it's the most important thing you could ever have. But just to add a personal perspective, I do not think I would ever want to be with someone if I was in the same position I was 10 years ago. I feel like that would be a huge failure on my part, especially if I lost the person I cared about the most because of that singular reason and still didn't make the effort to try to be better. I don't blame John for who he was back then. I do think I understand that, but I cannot justify him for how he was after all these years. I do think I generally enjoyed this movie, but I don't think the romance in this movie really works out as well as the movie makes it out to be.